cynics have their day, but by God, you've given them an answer here tonight. I would just like to applaud you for the numbers with which you turn out here this evening, declaring, if not an intention, certainly an interest in the world of education and in the world of transforming life, transforming people, transforming society. And I'm just so pleased being here tonight, singing this. I'm speaking on behalf of the University of Limerick, and I want to bring to your attention what kind of package is offered through the University of Limerick. We specialise in subject-specific HDIP equivalents. They're all now known as the Postgraduate Diploma in Education courses. And these are the 6 areas that we give subject-specific emphasis to on each course. Each course is distinct. Each course shares a common core of education studies, core of teaching practice, but more importantly, for those that choose to exercise the option of doing a specialist course, we invest time, energy, resources and talent of people who front these programs to give you the widest possible and depthful span of competencies to be able to be recognized as a teacher of business, and in the broadest sense, business, accounting, economics, and all the myriad applied business courses that happen, formal and informal, and I'm thinking here of transition year, enterprise education, LCVP, etc., etc. Likewise, mathematics teaching, modern languages, music, physical education, and technology. Now, like any PDE, Professional Diploma in Education course, there are 4 pillars around which it is constructed. And I won't go into these pillars in any kind of unnecessary detail. I think they're self-explanatory there. And it's good to realise that when one enters a course like this, one is looking at essentially an interdisciplinary program of study. One that embraces the insights of so many fields of human endeavour. And that is why, whether you're a teacher of business, teacher of history, teacher of maths, that is not what marks you out. That's what marks you out on the timetable. But what will really mark you out is your capacity to draw together all the strands of insight from psychology, sociology, curriculum studies, the practice of education, the practice that resides within the world of research, the practice that resides within your own experience of teaching practice, and to be able to bring all that together and become an agent of it in your own teaching. And that is the beauty of being an educator, that you're able to draw all those insights of learning, of life and tradition, and bring it wholesomely to a bunch of mixed motivated and mixed ability adolescents, and to transform them from being individuals of potential indifference to being accomplished, talented students. A word or two about teaching practice, which is at the core of the BDE program. It's carried out in Limerick on 2 bases. First semester, a period of 10 consecutive Mondays, followed by 2 full weeks. And that is set aside as a period of feedback and learning. No grading takes place. An opportunity to fumble, make mistakes, try new things, and learn what works and what doesn't work, and to do so without fear. The second semester is a period of 6 consecutive weeks in the same school, whereby you're teaching up to or anything between 18 and 23 classes per week, where you have 2 designated tutors, one of whom is a business specialist or a subject specialist, as the case may be, and you will receive 2 visits from your subject specialist and 1 from your education specialist. And whilst the focus on semester 1 is on learning and feedback, focus on semester 2 continues to be learning, feedback and grading. There are the 6 programs. They're the course leaders. There's a simple email address there if anybody would like to follow through on any clarification, seek further information on. The closing date for these programs varies. For example, the business program, the closing date is the 31st of January 2013. And for some of the other programs, the closing date may stretch into March, early March. All applications are online, and the fee is €25 per application. I could go into more detail on the programs, but I always like to use this opportunity to ask a more substantial question of each of you here this evening. Do you realise what you're looking for when you declare an interest in being a teacher? And perhaps I should say 1 or 2 things to you to tell you why you shouldn't be a teacher. If you think there's not much to the professional diploma in education, and it's not exactly a taxing program where I have to learn too much, well then, I'm sorry to tell you, you're mistaken. Because the effective and impactful teacher is a lifelong learner whose learning commences in terms of understanding the role of teacher and the increasingly more complex role that the teacher now embodies. Secondly, if you feel that it's only a 34 class period of working week, you're mistaken. The focus of a teacher is not just on class teaching, but on overall school contribution. And you will quickly discover that in terms of the kind of profile that the Teaching Council puts before newly qualified teachers, in terms of the obligations that they will have to pick up and fulfill. But not just the Teaching Council, the school community and what it's looking for from teachers. Not just your subject specialism, but also your gifts and talents as an educator that can be deployed around your assigned 34 class periods per week. If you don't like adolescence, well, perhaps you should think again. You will not enjoy it, nor will the students. Good teachers are good communicators and adopt good communication channels to buttress learning. If you feel it doesn't pay to be a teacher, well, all I can say to you is join the legion of teachers over the decades, many of whom have felt the same way. Because pay is but one consideration of many. The real question is, who are you? What is your identity? Are you an educator? One who thrives at the challenge of teaching mixed motivated and mixed ability students? One who overcomes indifference, promotes curiosity, and embeds learning? One who excels in unfolding the burgeoning growth of fragile yet talented students? Then you are called to be a teacher, a facilitator of learning, a trigger of growth, a gift to so many students. There's a beautiful little poem I came across. It's written by John O'Donoghue, and I like to apply it to the idea of a teacher. May the new work of teaching excite your heart, kindle in your mind a creativity to journey beyond the old limits of all that has become wearisome. May this work challenge you towards new frontiers that will emerge as you begin to approach them, calling forth from you the full force and depth of your undiscovered gifts. May the work fit the rhythms of your soul, enabling you to draw from the invisible new ideas and a vision that will inspire. Remember to be good to those who study for you. Endeavour to remain aware of the quiet world that lives behind each face. Be fair in your expectations, compassionate in your criticism. May you have the grace of encouragement to awaken the gift in the other's heart, building in them the confidence to follow the call of their own gift. That, for me, is a true educator. And whatever pathway you take, through whatever subject specialism, that is the essence of what it is to be an educator. And whichever course you take, or through whichever college you do such a course in, that is really the challenge. And if somehow that challenge doesn't appeal to you, please don't do it. But if it triggers imagination in you, well then, it's for you. Thank you.